EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Boston Championship. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobila. We're at the TPC Boston here in Massachusetts. And Frank, what kind of a golf course are we facing today?
Big golf course, very much a sort of an inland link style. Gil Hands and Brad Fax, and they've tweaked it over the last few years. It's been a staple on the FedEx Cup playoffs since 2007.
Just has a great feel today, Frank. The leaves are turning, the air is brisk. Walk us through this first tee shot.
Soft opening hole, but just try and get off to a good start. That's the main thing here. You don't have to be too aggressive. 2 bunkers down the right, just something around that area. Leave yourself a wedge, 9-iron in. Good second shot, good chance for a birdie.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Getting set now over the putt. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Frank, the best in the game. They like to see a par 5 early. What's the second hole all about?
A couple of bunkers down the right side. This hole was renovated back in 2010. They sort of changed the mounding on the green, took a bunker away on the left, and now that second shot is daunting, even for the best players.
Good contact, good result. That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Just in the first cut of rough. Not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. On the green, and a chance for birdie.
Even par currently.
Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. Frank, you've talked about this sort of New England feel they gave this golf course when they remodeled it. This is a pretty good example here at the third hole.
Yeah, that stone wall behind just sort of makes the golf course look like it's been there forever. They have tweaked the green a little bit on that left side, created a little bit of a ridge. You can sort of play the ball off that if you know where you're going.
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
How did that not go in?
Well, that's disappointing. That's a drop shot at number 3. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This for double bogey.
Rich had the luxury of shots in hand.
And now back over to the 4th.
Rich, there's brilliant, there's good, there's average, and there's poor. This is poor.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, we'd like to have that one back in the bunker.
Still a chance to get it up and down.
Getting some sand in the shoes now. We're a second straight hole. He's in the bunker. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
So they'll tap in. Good effort and a good par putt. Frank, now a beefed up par 4. This is the 5th, 466 yards long.
Prettiest hole on the golf course. Nice, gentle dogleg left. There's a bunker down the left side about 300 yards, and then there's a run out at 350.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, the TPC Boston really starts to show its teeth here in the 5th hole.
Yeah, beautiful hole. That green up ahead, though, there's 3 different sections. Obviously, the easy section is that middle one where it just pokes out to the left. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Just ideal. Good speed on that putt and just a tap in remaining. Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday.
Now, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
This is one of the most challenging holes on the golf course, Frank. 465-yard par 4 6th.
Yeah, just hit your tee shot in between those 2 trees. You don't have to be too aggressive. You really do have to hit this ball in the fairway because that green is tucked very close to the water. I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Solid play, heart of the green. Settles in over the putt. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. We're at the 7th hole now. A Boston strong 600-yard par 5.
But it's reachable. There's enough mounding there. If a tee shot catches one of those mounds, it could kick another 20 or 30 yards and certainly make this reachable. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Second from an excellent lie. Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough. He was a little over-ambitious.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough.
Always tough to get a decent flight out of the rough. And you could see that ball was never soaring out of that light.
All right, now another shot from the rough.
Yeah, this time better be better than the one we just saw.
Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that lie.
I didn't think that was doable.
He'll have 17 feet on this putt.
Oh, another one goes in.
Now to the par 3 8th, and Frank, what's the best way to go here?
Hit your best, and then you're looking at making 2.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Good clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. And that's in for a par. Frank, I love a hot dog and a soda at the turn. How hard is it to take a giant bite out of this 9th hole? Looks tough.
It is. Everything sort of bends where those 2 bunkers are, and that was sort of 350 yards to get past that. And there's an annoying little bunker that's about 30 yards short of this green. So you have to be precise with both the first and the second shot.
Good contact, good result. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Birdie try up next. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Had every chance of going in.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. Bad news is, that's a bogey. The good news, still tied for the lead.
Yeah, he's the only one disappointed. The rest of the field aren't. And made it a real cat fight.
On the tee, Frank, now at the 10th hole here at TPC Boston. And what's ahead?
Straightaway par 4, no fairway bunkers really to worry about. But that green shapes away from the players. There's a little bit of mounding. So if you're clever, you can use those mounds.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, also.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So they'll tap in. Looks like par may not be good enough to get the job done here.
Yeah, big change in the top of the leaderboard. Get another birdie, so pushes him back to second.
Frank, like all TPC golf courses, TPC Boston has the fan in mind. So you see those mounds throughout the golf course that gives people a chance to just sit, relax, and watch some golf. And there's a nice shady spot on the hill behind the 11th.
Yeah, that's just before the 12th tee, and you really do get a look at the tee shots coming in 11, as well as the little undulations and contours on that massive green.
And yet again, he has hit it off the tee and into the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Frank, looks like pars are just not good enough at this stage of the tournament.
Yeah, scoring's way too good today, Rich.
12th hole now, looking at 461 yards on this par 4.
It doesn't look like there's much trouble off the tee, and that's because the trouble's with the second shot. That has it to the right of this green.
excellent position and just a huge shot. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice strong breeze.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. That's a solid par. Still in it, Frank. Back-to-back par 4s here at TPC Boston. Set to tee off, Frank, at the 13th.
Nice big tee shot here. Once again, suits the long hitters. There's a little bit of a quarry that you've got to carry across.
So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, this one is right and is wrong. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Frank, here we go again. Another shot from the rough.
Yeah, let's see if he learned his lesson. Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey. Drop shot here at the 13th. Just 5 feet left. That's a bad bogey at a bad time in the tournament.
And you'd like to think it's just a slip on the controller.
Frank, the 14th, this is a dogleg left, 495 yards. Another case where the driver will set everything up.
But you have to avoid those mounds on the left. They'll just snag your ball. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Moves into second place with that birdie. Now at the par 4 15th, what do you think of this hole, Frank?
I love the strategy involved here. It's not just necessarily a driver off the tee. Smart play often comes on top here because it's a second shot hole.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. This looks to be at least an extra club, maybe 2 clubs going way up that hill to the green.
And this one just starts right of the flag.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. So 1 shot closer to the lead with that birdie. Frank, fishing is a nice sport, just not at this hole.
Yeah, a little left here, you'll be more than fishing, that's for sure. Now, there's a little mound on the right side. It's about twice the size of a coffee table. When the flag's there, you need your best.
Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left, and he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Good, solid par right there. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing the lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into 2 sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today.
Oh, what a bonus.
Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston. This is one of the most exciting finishing holes in golf.
It was changed a couple of years ago, and it's such a better hole now. 2 little bunkers right in front of you, 270 yards. But if you want to like a litmus test, that one on the right, Bubba Watson can carry that.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. And now the second shot here at this par 5.